Hi everyone, it's Don Jones. I'm a real estate attorney and real estate broker licensed in 12 states, and apparently also a glutton for punishment since my plan is to get licensed in all 50 states. I passed all 12 broker exams thus far on the first try. When you take that many exams plus practice real estate law, you start to see what works and what doesn't when it comes to passing the tests. Let me tell you right up front, you do not pass real estate exams by memorizing real estate textbooks. Reading is fine, skimming is fine, understanding the big picture is essential, but reading material for the sake of reading material, it's a one-way ticket for burnout. The real secret, the thing that makes the exams feel easy, is working practice questions over and over until the concepts become clear and second nature. Last year, my son took the Texas real estate exam. He handed me a course book that he bought and said, "There's no way I'm going to read all this." And to be honest, he shouldn't have. So I sat down for him and built him a simple, clean outline of the core concepts. Then I wrote a bunch of practice questions for him designed to mimic how the exam actually tests things and not how the textbook explains them. He studied only those two things, and guess what? He passed on his first try. That's when I realized the system that works for me, a seasoned professional, also works for brand new test takers as well. Here's some tips on how to pass your real estate exam with efficient and minimal efforts. Don't overstudy the course materials. Read enough to understand the ideas, get oriented, but don't treat the course law like a law dictionary that must be memorized. Your goal is to pass the test, not just memorize material. And by the way, in Texas and in other states, the real estate commissions will provide the number of questions that will appear on the exam from each of the content categories. The study materials should be studied at a minimum, in my opinion, but in all events, they should be only reviewed in proportion to the number of questions devoted to the particular content category. Keep it proportionate. Second, review a concise outline, something that pulls the whole course together in a logical roadmap. That's why I created the one I did for my son. I wanted him to see the forest but not get lost in the trees. The outline is the same one I now offer to students today because it just flat works. Step 3, work practice questions like I said, then do some more practice questions, then do some more. This is where the magic starts to happen. State exams recycle the same exact concepts in each test. They disguise them slightly differently with different scenarios. But after you've worked enough practice questions, you stop guessing, you start to recognize things, and that's why I passed every state exam on the first try. Practice questions turn the test from a mystery into a pattern recognition exercise. Lastly, don't cram. Don't wait and study 12 hours a day before. Instead, about 4 weeks out, study an hour or so a day, devoting proportionately the same amount of time to the content category as are asked on the test. Be consistent. Study the same time each day if you can so that it becomes routine. And then right before the test, the final week, ramp up, study a little bit more. The night before the test, sleep well. Walk confidently into the test because you will have seen the concepts 300 times already, and that's a basic good formula. By the way, I'm giving away 50 of the same questions that I wrote for my son. They're the same ones that helped him pass his exam in the first try. They're designed to feel exactly like the exam, same tone, same traps, same style. Just click the link below and I'll send them over to you. Thanks for watching. Remember to study smart, work the questions, notice the patterns and issues, and you absolutely can pass this thing on the first try.